What's up, Broncos country? How's it going? Today we're diving headfirst into some news that's got Denver Broncos fans buzzing. We're talking about A.T. Perry, the guy being called the wild card for our 2025 season. Grab your cold beer, throw on that orange and blue jersey, and let's find out why this wide receiver might just be the missing piece to blow up our offense. Ready? Then jump in with me on this video because it's time to talk football the way we love it, with passion and energy. If you're one of those who live and breathe Broncos, you know our team's always looking for that little something extra to flip the game. And man, 2025 is shaping up to be a big year. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell because we're going to bring you everything about A.T. Perry and how he could change the game for us. Let's go, Broncos country. Let me introduce A.T. Perry for those who aren't up to speed yet. This guy is a beast, 6'5", 205 pounds, a wide receiver with crazy reach, perfect for Sean Payton's system. He came from Wake Forest, where he was a two-time All-ACC with some impressive stats, 152 receptions, 2,389 yards, and 26 touchdowns over his last two college seasons. No joke, folks, he's the kind of player who owns the field, uses his size to his advantage, and has reliable hands to snag any ball coming his way. In 2023, Perry started his NFL career with the New Orleans Saints, where he already showed what he can do. In just 10 games, he caught 12 passes for 246 yards and scored 4 touchdowns. That's over 20 yards per catch on average. Insane for a rookie. But in 2024, things didn't go so well for him with the Saints. Injuries, hand and hamstring, plus some inconsistency in practice, got him cut. But guess who was watching? Our Denver Broncos. We picked Perry up for the practice squad late in 2024, and now in 2025, he's ready to fight for a spot on the main roster. So, Broncos country, what do you think? Is Perry going to be the guy who makes the difference? Now, here's what really matters. Why is Parker Gabriel from the Denver Post calling A.T. Perry the wild card for our 2025 roster? Simple, guys. He's raw talent with the potential to be a game changer, but still a bit of a gamble. He didn't play any snaps in official games in 2024, just stuck on the practice squad, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have something to prove. On the contrary, he already knows Sean Payton's system because he played under Pete Carmichael, the former Saints offensive coordinator who's now on our coaching staff. It's like coming home, you know? Perry's that kind of player who can surprise you. He's got the size, speed, and instinct to make big plays. Imagine him running deep routes, stretching the field for our QB, Bo Nix, who's entering his second year and ready to ball out. And listen, Broncos country, we know our wide receiver room is packed with young talent. Marvin Mims Jr., Troy Franklin, Devon Vell, and now rookie Pat Bryant, our third-round pick in 2025. But Perry, with his physical presence and experience in Payton's system, might be the guy to take our offense to the next level. Do you think he's got what it takes to steal the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear what Broncos country is thinking. Broncos country, let's keep it real. Our wide receiver room is straight up a battlefield right now. Courtland Sutton is our WR1. Coming off a 1,000-yard season, he's the anchor of our passing game. But after that, it's a dogfight. Marvin Mims Jr., our all-pro returner, is starting to prove he can be more than just a special teams weapon. Then there's Troy Franklin and Devon Vell, both young guys we've drafted recently, who've shown flashes but are still chasing consistency. And now with Pat Bryant joining the squad, Payton's third-round pick from 2025, things are heating up. Where does A.T. Perry fit in? He's the wild card. Nobody really knows what to expect. He's got the size to be a solid WR2 or WR3, but he's got to prove it at training camp. Gabriel from the Denver Post said it's too early to know if we'll keep 5, 6, or more receivers on the final roster. But one thing's for sure, it all comes down to health and production. Perry didn't play in 2024 due to injuries, but in 2025 he's coming in hungry, ready to earn his shot. So what do y'all think, Broncos country? Can he knock off one of these young guns? Or is he just another guy who shines on the practice squad but never cracks the final roster? Drop your takes in the comments. One thing that gives us hope, A.T. Perry's already familiar with Sean Payton's style. Back when he was with the Saints, Pete Carmichael, Payton's right-hand man, ran the offense. And now Carmichael's on our staff. Perry said in an interview with DenverSports.com that it's just a matter of remembering certain calls and that he's picking things up quick. Music to our ears. Broncos country. Just picture it. Perry, 6'5", running a slant or a go route, stretching that defense while Bo Nix lasers one in. And with the arrival of Evan Engram, our new Pro Bowl tight end, defenses are going to have to pick their poison. Perry could feast on that space. Can y'all see that Nix-Perry-Engram connection? 'Cause I'm hyped. What do you think? Can Peyton turn Perry into a monster in this offense? Sound off in the comments the challenges for AT. Perry, injuries and inconsistency, but hey, Broncos country, it's not all sunshine. AT Perry's got some hurdles. In 2024, he dealt with a hand injury and a thigh issue that kept him out early with the Saints. On top of that, his practice performances were inconsistent, which led Coach Dennis Allen to cut him. That's a red flag, folks. The NFL doesn't have time for inconsistency, especially not in a stacked receiver room like ours. On the flip side, Perry says he's rediscovered his love for football here in Denver. Since joining the practice squad, he's been loving the game again. That's a huge green flag. A motivated player in a scheme he knows, coached by Sean Payton, who knows how to get the best out of his guys, that could be the perfect recipe for success. But the big question is, can he stay healthy and show consistency at camp? Let's hear it, Broncos country. Will Perry silence the doubters or stay stuck in what could have been territory? Drop your thoughts below. Broncos country, let's dream for a sec. Imagine this lineup. Courtland Sutton drawing coverage as WR1, Evan Engram owning the middle of the field at tight end, and A.T. Perry stretching it deep with that height and speed. Add Marvin Mims running quick routes and Troy Franklin bringing that explosive edge. Suddenly, our passing attack, which ranked third worst in 3-and-outs in 2024, 26.3% of drives, could take a major leap in 2025. Bo Nix, entering his second year, needs reliable targets to develop. Perry's size and contested catch ability could make him a go-to guy on third downs and in the red zone. He showed with the Saints he knows how to score. 4 TDs on just 12 catches. If he stays healthy and builds chemistry with Nix, he might be a game changer. So Broncos country, are y'all feeling the hype? Who do you think will be Nix's top target in 2025? Perry, Sutton, Engram, or someone else? Let us know in the comments. Now, real talk, Broncos country, A.T. Perry's fate will be decided at training camp. Sean Payton doesn't hand out freebies. Perry's going to have to battle Mims, Franklin, Vale, and rookie Pat Bryant for a roster spot. Gabriel from the Denver Post already said it. Health and production will decide everything. That means Perry has to come in hot, stay injury-free, and prove he can be the playmaker we need. The good news? Perry's been practicing with Bo Nix in the first-team offense since late 2024. Those snaps on the practice squad were like a preseason warm-up for him to get back into Payton's system. If he shows the same spark he did in the 2024 preseason with the Saints, when he led the league in receiving yards, we might be in for a pleasant surprise. So tell me, Broncos country, you think Perry locks up a roster spot? Or is the competition just too deep? Sound off in the comments. Broncos country, what makes a player a fan favorite in Denver? Grit, passion, big-time plays that shake the stadium. A.T. Perry has all the makings. He's been through the ups and downs, got cut by the Saints but didn't quit. He came to Denver, embraced the opportunity, and says he's falling in love with the game all over again. That's the kind of story we live for, right? A guy who fights, who doesn't give up, and who wants to prove he belongs in the NFL. Just imagine Empower Field at Mile High erupting as Perry hauls in a 40-yard bomb. In the end zone, we've got one of the loudest fan bases in the league, and Perry could be the spark that lights the fire. So let's rally around our wild card. Drop a comment. Do you think Perry becomes a starter, a backup, or a red zone nightmare? I want to know what y'all are thinking. Broncos country, what a ride. A.T. Perry is a name to watch in 2025. He's tall, fast, knows Payton's system, and he's hungry to prove he's more than just potential. With Bo Nix leading the charge, Sutton, Engram, and all this young talent around him, our offense could really pop. And Perry? He might be the secret weapon, the guy who surprises everyone and becomes a key piece. So don't forget, like the video, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and drop a comment. Let us know. Is A.T. Perry gonna break out in 2025? Or is he just another name in the crowd? This is Broncos country, baby, and we ride together, always with that orange and blue energy. Until next time, let's root for this team to soar. And as always, Go Broncos.